Welcome to your guided Shri practice. We are going to be focusing in on the concept of really supreme support and how we can receive that supreme support with the propping that we choose, the angles that we choose for our body to really lean into like a cocoon being held fully. And so for this practice, you'll need either a chair or an ottoman or something similar that you can bring your legs up onto. You're gonna need a couple blankets as well. And we'll get started with just being in a comfortable seat. So making yourself a little throne to sit up on. So you can sit up on a block or a blanket, bolster. You can have something tucked underneath your knees for extra support. And then resting into the alignment here. You feel like you need a little extra support. If you notice that you feel like you're slumping in your spine when you relax, then come up higher. Or you can add an extra blanket behind you, just tucking it about halfway, making kind of a small little bit of a support for your glute muscles. And then you soften, arriving into your practice. Maybe your eyes start to close. You are in this supported seat, held within as well the supreme spine. The spine is what supports you through life, what keeps you upright, what guides you, what you rest on when you fall asleep. And so we'll nourish and tend our spine in loving ways through external support, so you get deep inner radical releases. We'll do a short pranayama practice that is an alternate nostril breathing practice. This nadi shodhana massages the two hemispheres of the body, the right and the left, Ida and Pingala, the moon and sun, the divine feminine and divine masculine, merging, melting, unifying. And so to do this, you're going to make a mudra with your right hand. Take that right hand, bringing the kind of peace finger sign between the eyebrows, or you can tuck those two fingers to the bed of your hand. And you're going to close off the right side of your nose with your thumb. Breathe in through the left side. Plug the left side with your ring finger or pinky, and out through the right. In through the right. Out left. In left. Out right. In through the right slowly. Pouring out through the left slowly. Through the left, sipping all the way to the top. Out the right, emptying. Keep going on your own a couple more times. Building that momentum, that flow of prana. Letting it weave back and forth. If you notice your right arm becoming fatigued or tired, you can always take your other hand and just hold the elbow for extra support. Last round. When you exhale out the left side of your nose, then you can drop the hand down, letting go of that practice. So you end on the left. Let your breathing go back to its normative ways. And then we're going to take our time and move into the sacredness of our spine with some support here by doing a side lying Appanasana to open up through the tailbone. And so to do this, we're going to lie down onto, we'll say, starting off with the right side. So you may have a blanket that you can have just to be a support, like a pillow. You're gonna have some other extra layers of propping here. So you may have 2 blankets nearby. And this is gonna be the support for your leg in this Appanasana. So curled up on your right side, you're kind of in this fetal position. Your head is supported, if you like, on a blanket, making it cozy, comfortable. If you notice that the ground beneath you is a little bit harder, then you can add more cushioning, do a whole blanket underneath the whole body, or some sticky mats that you can stack and rest on. So make sure that it's cozy and comfortable for your body. And then we're gonna add on here. So you're gonna take your bottom leg and start to scooch it down until it's straight-ish. There should be a micro bend in that extended leg. And then with your top leg, that left knee, you're gonna scooch those kind of blankets. And now if you're using pretty thin blankets, you're gonna have to double up on them. So you may do 4 blankets or even more. And we're gonna talk about what we're looking for here. And so I'm gonna get my knee to be hiked up onto the blankets here. I'm not twisting my chest in whatever direction. I'm keeping it fairly neutral. And what I'm looking here for is kind of similar if we were doing Appanasana lying on our back with a chair, is that I want to check in with that knee, and that knee should be in line with the same side of your face. So if I had less propping, my knee would be passing the midline, kind of going beyond where my spine is, the midpoint of the body, and pointing the opposite direction. And so I don't want it too low. I also don't want the propping so high up that my knee is starting to lift away from my face, right? So it starts to point towards my shoulder instead. So I want to make sure that the propping is set up to be supportive, to reach into this specific angle, or else you'll miss it if it's too low or too high. So that's the propping for the knee on how high off the ground it needs to be. It should be in line with the same side of your face. And then the last piece of the puzzle is how far up high does your knee need to be towards your chest? You don't need it to be super close to the point where you're getting a stretch, but you also don't want it super low down. So I would always say the knee is hiked up enough to where if you have your hand there and you rest it on your bum, you can feel your sit bone kind of poking out a little bit. If your foot and your ankle is dangling, that's okay. If you feel like you want more support, you can always slide blocks or extra blankets underneath the foot if it feels like it needs that. And then this is the angle here. And so we're going to abide for some time. You can rest your arm by your side if you'd like that to prevent you from twisting at all. Or if you have, an extra blanket nearby and you place it in front of you for your arms to kind of hug or hold, you can do that as well. And you're just landing into the support. This is a true kind of radical release experience because we're using gravity. We're using the resources of propping so that there is nothing for your body to do, to hold, to effort. When we do this apanasana, usually lying directly on our back and we're holding one knee with the chair, there's effort. Your arms are working, your hands are working. But in this way, this option, we get to fully relax. We get the juicy invitation to let go. And this pose is probably going to feel quite neutral. You're not going to feel a lot. And that is perfectly fine. We are angling into places that are often numb, closed off, hidden. We're gently opening those doorways. If your mind starts to wander and go in many directions and thoughts and to-do lists, then give your mind a job. Let your mind pour down your body and scan for any areas that is still gripping, still holding a little bit of layer of tension. And then, like a wave, your mind washes over the body again and again, finding those pockets. You may feel like the outer layer softening, and then you sink deeper and deeper. You may start with the skin, your skin softening, and then your muscles, and then your bones. We're here for just a couple more breaths. And then we're going to take the effects from the root of our spine and trickle them up into the sacrum, just about an inch higher. And so to do this, to angle into the sacrum, we're just going to lower the propping a little bit. Not fully, but just enough to where your knee then starts to point to the opposite cheekbone. And so you may just take one blanket off, and that's perfectly angling that knee to the opposite side. If you need to adjust it even more, you can do that until you fine-tune that angle just perfectly so that knee is pointing towards the opposite cheekbone. Not beyond the opposite cheekbone, not towards the other shoulder. And then we're gonna stay here at this angle. Same thing, don't try to twist forward or back. Keep your spine neutral. Your hips are perfectly stacked. Your knee is not drifting out to the side. It's staying right there. So your hip is stacked over the other. And your Your sit bone is still poking out from the bottom. And then you abide in this supreme release, beginning to take effect in the Swadhisthana, or the sacrum, this watery realm. This realm is connected with bliss, Ananda. It is sweet. It invokes this softening. And this place is the quickest to release, to let go. Let your body be held by the ground. Let go even more. And then we're going to change the angle one last time. I'm going to take the effects from the sacrum now and pour them up into the heart here. And so to do so, you're going to slide the propping out that is underneath that knee completely. Get the knee to the ground. You may take that propping and move it over so it's behind your back, close, even in contact with your body. And you're getting that knee all the way to the ground. If you drape that right arm down, that knee should be in line somewhere between your wrist and your elbow joint, somewhere between that spot. And then with your top arm, place your hand onto your hip and placing even the thumb and all the fingers to point in towards your belly, so you're not clamping down, right? And then slowly start to roll back into this twist here. You may need to adjust the propping depending on how your body feels. If you notice that knee starting to lift off the ground to do that, then add more propping behind your back. Make it higher. Go less far. We want to stay contained. As soon as the knee lifts off the ground, we have sprung a leak, essentially. Now the stretch isn't happening, or this release isn't happening through the heart space. And so we want to keep the knee connected on the floor, have the propping secured behind you, and let that elbow just rest onto it. Your head is neutral, so your chin is kind of in line with your sternum. But if you want to add just an extra little bit of adjustment, you can slide the head a little bit back until your head is in line with your spine. Not so far back that your chin starts to lift, but just a little bit so it's in line with the rest of the body. And then you're here. We have gone up kind of like an elevator through the spine. And we are into and through the thoracic cavity, the back of the heart, the rib cage, even the neck and shoulders are all getting a therapeutic soft opening. And same thing, this experience of radical release, supreme support may feel neutral. It may not feel like a lot is happening. And that's okay. We aren't doing a lot on the outside, but we are getting deep release on the inside, whether you feel it or not. Just a couple more breaths. And then to come out of it, you're just going to curl up on your right side in that fetal position. Take a pause there. We'll do 3 rounds of Brahmari breath, this bumblebee breath. So inhale through the nose. Keep the lips sealed and hum as you exhale. 2 more like that. And let it go. So we've just released half of your body, so one side of the spine. So we're going to do those same exact support on the other side to even out. So you can either just roll onto your back and roll to the other side, or you can come up and bring your head where your feet were, whatever you prefer, whatever is easiest. You're going to set yourself up with that propping that you utilized for your leg to rest in. So whatever that height that works best for you. And then you'll stretch out your bottom leg down and away from you. Scooch that propping in as close as it can, and then rest that top leg, that right knee, onto the ground there. Good. And then again, check in with that knee. So make sure that you're not twisting your torso first. And then the second layer is that knee in line with the same side of your cheekbone or ear or eye? And if it's super high up, then lower the propping. If it's too low down, then add more propping until that knee is lined up with the same side of your face. And then same thing here is, how high does that knee need to come towards your chest? Depends on how your body feels, but the best way to look at it is if you rest your arm down by your side, you can feel your sit bone, that bone kind of poking out. If you don't feel that, then hike the knee up higher, but not so much to the point where you feel a stretching sensation in the body. You should feel something quite neutral. And then you can rest, maybe you have a pillow or a blanket that you want to hold in front of you, or you can rest your top arm on your side. And then you've arrived here on this side. You can let your eyes close. Let yourself relish in this opportunity to fully let go. When in your life do you have this opportunity to fully surrender, fully let go of all effort? In your day-to-day life, all the things you do, it requires effort, yes, but not right now, not this very moment. And this own moment is effortless. Let your skin soften and melt. Let your muscles soften and let go. Let your bones land heavily and with support. And then we're going to shift a little bit this angle here. And instead of reaching into the tailbone, we're going to reach into the sacrum. And so to do that, you're just going to lower the propping a little bit. So you just remove maybe one layer. If you need to adjust a little bit more, you can, until your knee is pointing towards the opposite cheekbone. So it's a little bit lower down, but it's not so low that it's touching the ground. You want it to be a little bit off the earth so it's in line with your opposite cheekbone. And then abide here. Letting the angle unravel in your body, doing its thing, letting it leave an imprint. Let your breath pour down your body, in soft cascades that soothe the nervous system and reminds the body that it is held and supported. Let yourself receive that support. Last final breath or two here. Then we're going to angle into the heart space. And so you're going to remove completely the propping that was underneath that knee. You might take it and bring it behind your back, perhaps. And get that knee all the way to the ground. That arm can rest down by the side just to kind of have a measuring tape that knee should be in line somewhere between your wrist and elbow. And then let that top arm bend. Place the hand on your hip and all 5 fingers point in towards the belly. And then roll it back into the twist here. It's just this micro little mini twist. It's not extreme. So there's some propping behind you that your elbow can rest on. And if you can't reach it or you're straining to reach it, then add more propping, add extra layers to it until there's comfortability here. We're not looking to stretch the peripheral of the body. We're looking to target the interior of the body, the heart space. Then the last piece of the puzzle here is if you want with your head, you can slide your head back until it's in line with the rest of your body, your spine, but you're not turning the head. You're keeping it neutral. Your chin is probably in line with your sternum, the center of your chest. And then you relax here into this little micro twist. Not only are you getting a twist through those vertebrae tucked right behind the back of the heart, but you're also getting a very tiny mini back bend through those vertebrae too. Whether, again, you notice it or not. Just a couple more breaths here. When you feel satisfied, you're going to curl back up on your left side, bringing your bottom leg in, bringing yourself out of the twist, and then taking 3 rounds of that Brahmari Pranayama, that bumblebee breath, the humming breath. So inhaling, keep the lips sealed, and exhale with the hum. it go. Receiving the effects of that short breath practice like a soothing sigh from within. And then we're going to sit our way up, so you can press down, lift yourself on up. And we're gonna come into this kind of Paschimottanasana, the seated forward fold, but with some extra propping into the equation here. And so the propping you use to normally sit up on, I would probably maybe bring it a little bit higher up. You're gonna have this chair here to help support, and you may even have some extra blankets to stack on top of the chair. Okay, so you have this kind of angle here. Probably going to add one more blanket. The higher, the better. And you can choose, but like you're coming into a sitting cross-legged, the placement of where your knees are, you're going to open your legs out like a slice of pie. So not super, super wide. It's just exactly as if you were sitting cross-legged. Where your knees are, they stay in that exact kind of placement. And then you can extend the legs. Now, if you notice when you come up into this seat that your knees are still higher than your hips, then you're gonna add more propping underneath you until your legs come straight. If you tend to have hyperextension in your knees, which means your knees bend backwards, then you have a rolled blanket. You can tug or you can take blocks and bring them underneath the legs to help give an extra layer of support so the legs don't bend backwards. You can flex your feet for a second and then relax your feet. And then you're gonna bring your chair and you kind of have to finagle and wiggle it between your legs. So you have kind of this straddled position. And you have propping here that is resting out in front of you. With the top layer that you have, you're just gonna bring your hands, both of your hands, underneath and kind of stack them. And then what's happening here is that we're going to round. We're going to drop our head a little bit, round through the upper back, and then starting to tip forward and down until your forehead can rest on the support in front of you. You can adjust the propping here if need be. Do you need it higher or slightly lower is up to you. If you notice that you're having kind of a stretching sensation in your back or spine or neck, then add more propping underneath your head. If you're having stretching sensation under your legs or hamstrings, add more propping under your seat and under your head. So it should feel quite neutral and really gentle. This is not an extreme forward fold. We are surrendering. We are being supported in all placements so your spine can let go. Not just the entire spine, but truly actually reaching down into the tailbone here. Back into this Muladhara realm. Let your spine slump. Let yourself round. Your spine was designed to do this angle as well. It is healing. How often do we live in our life with a rigid spine? This is a time where you can let go of that rigidity. Let go of those tension patterns. come out of this is just as important as how we got in. And so all you need to do is begin to slowly rolling up, like you're stacking. You can kind of press your hands into the support of the chair and rolling on up until your head is the last thing that comes up. Good. And then we're coming into just a normal seated cross-legged position. And you have 2 blocks on either side. You may have some propping under the knees. Good. And then from here, you're going to place your right hand onto that block. Lean into that support. You're not bowing the ribs out, you're leaning, letting go. And then with your left arm, bring it out to the side and turn the palm up, thumb points back. Reach that arm over the ear and bring it slightly forward and slightly down, keeping that arm straight. And then let your bottom shoulder shrug. Let your head drop towards the shoulder. If you relax your head, it may stay here or it may start to dip forward. You can go in whatever direction your head is wanting you to go in. Then soften your spine. This time your arms are going to be utilized as the support. So your bottom arm is like a support beam holding you. You have the props underneath your seat. Soften your waist. You're not forcing your sit bones down. And then press into your bottom hand, lift yourself up and out. And then take our way to the other side. Have a block near your left side. Lean into it. Bring your right arm out, turn the palm up. Bring that arm over the ear and then slightly forward and slightly down. Then let your bottom shoulder shrug. Good. And then let your head drop. You can either let your head drop or it can start to pivot down, doing whatever it needs to do. Your bottom arm is that support. It stays straight. You're not bending the elbow. Your top arm is straight as well, but you may lower it down a little bit. Then let your spine hang like a hammock. Leaning. Letting go. Press into your bottom hand. Lift yourself up and out. Letting that go. And then you can choose either to stay within this seat if this feels calling to you, or you can lie down on your back with your legs supported up on a chair or an ottoman instead. Or if you want, you can curl up on your side just as we were doing before. So choose what feels best for you. Let yourself abide. It is said within the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali talks about asana and how to perfect asana. He says, by abandoning all effort and fixing the mind on the infinite, then the pose is accomplished. So you abandon all effort. You let yourself be held, supported, knowing that this is a gradual surrendering practice. You surrender not only the body, but you surrender all the notions of who you think you are. All of your likes and dislikes, all of your hang-ups. You surrender and then abide within the vast, infinite self, divine that you are. Swami Tattvananda would say, when you surrender the ego, you fall in love and you enter the kingdom of the divine. In order for you to surrender, you need outer sources of support. And that outer support allows for a inwardly letting go experience. You discover the deep source of support that is always there, the divine cosmic reality within you. Feel free to rest in whatever angle you're in for as long as you'd like. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Enjoy this practice of supreme support and letting yourself find these supports that really allows for this radical release from within. So, thank you for practicing.